Okay, so I'm gonna make a healthy version of chicken teriyaki and vegetable fried rice with quinoa instead of rice. Our other substitutes are low sodium soy sauce, and we're using honey instead of sugar in the sauce. So we're gonna start out by just getting all of our ingredients together. All right, and we have our 2 carrots. So you just need to dice these and keep it relatively small so that they cook fast. And try to keep the size the same so that they cook at similar times. So cut some of these bigger pieces twice. And some of these are really big, so we're gonna cut them 4 times. Okay, so those are done. So the next thing we're gonna cut is the onion. You want to peel all of this paper skin off. So now we can cut it. Okay, so we wanna dice this onion. So horizontally, and then vertically, and then horizontally again. Okay, so now we can do the same thing with the other half. So now we're done with that, and we can set that aside as well. Now the chicken. So I have 2 pounds of chicken. Okay, so we're just gonna clean up the chicken, and then from there we're just gonna cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces. And we're gonna get started on the sauce. Half a cup of soy sauce, rice vinegar, and honey, which is 3 tablespoons of each. So next we're gonna add the ground ginger, and you only need 1 teaspoon. Okay, so we have our 2 cloves of garlic. You can either try to mince the garlic, or you can just press it, which is a lot easier, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so we have 1 tablespoon of water in the bowl, and we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. You generally wanna mix those 2 together before putting them in with the whole thing. So there's our sauce, and we are going to coat the chicken in it, and then we're gonna get started on the quinoa. We have 1 cup of quinoa, and we have 2 cups of water already in this pot. So the quinoa has been rinsed, and you can just dump it in the water at this point. So we're gonna turn on the heat onto high so that it can boil. Once it starts boiling, we're gonna take it back down to a lower heat so that it can simmer, which is about 20 minutes. While this is starting to boil, we have our oven preheating at 425, and we can start to put the chicken out on this pan, which I have covered in foil. So this is starting to boil, so we're gonna turn the heat down, and we're gonna let it simmer with the lid on for 20 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna put the chicken in the oven. Again, it's at 425 degrees. So it's been 10 minutes, so we're gonna take the chicken out. Definitely cut it open. If it's pink at all, it's not done. So that looks pretty good. Because carrots take a pretty long time to cook, we're gonna steam them while we start the rest of the stir fry. So we just have water in this pot that's turned on high. Here we're gonna get started on the stir fry. Sesame oil is so good. So we're just gonna add a little bit of this, and we're going to start heating this pan on a medium temperature. Add the onions to this so that they can start cooking as soon as it gets hotter. So this quinoa should be done now. It's been sitting here for 20 minutes. So for now, this can just sit off to the side. Okay, so these are actually starting to cook. You can hear them kind of sizzling a little bit. So we're just going to keep moving them around so that they don't burn in the pan. So we're going to turn off the carrots now. They're not totally done cooking, but they're going to keep cooking in the stir fry. So I'm just going to throw the carrots in with the onions because they're pretty much done cooking. We have 2 eggs that are just cracked and mixed up together, and just kind of make scrambled eggs in the middle. Add 2 cloves of pressed garlic. The only other things we're gonna add are frozen peas and quinoa and a little bit more seasoning. Probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons to start with. So we can turn our heat down. Everything is pretty much done cooking. It's just mixing it up at this point.